All right. So, students, since this is our chapter number 3, and we are going to first of all look at our pre-reading exercise, which is think of 5 professions that you think are interesting and write them down in the table given below. Give reasons why you think they are interesting. These may not necessarily be the professions that you might choose to follow. So the best thing about this exercise is think about any 5 professions that you like to mention, and it's not necessary that you might love that profession. In fact, you could just write whatever you have heard about your professions. Okay. In fact, I would like you guys to speak up any 5 professions and tell me why are they interesting. Okay. I'm giving you 2 minutes. So, since we have done our pre-reading exercise now, the title of this reading text is Chasing Dreams. Now, one of the most important thing to know about dreams is that dreams are of a few kind. They can be natural, the ones we see, and yet do not recognize anything about it. And some of the dreams could be like that, in which we find ourselves doing something which we want to, which we wish for, um, our wishes to become something. The question is asked from us. Since we are going to school, we have been getting these kind of questions to hear about that. What do you want to become? Who is your favorite teacher? Or what is your favorite profession? Or you get to learn about many of the things, like what you can become. You could become an army officer, you could become anyone. Like these professions are one of the guidelines which take you to a path, a distinguished path on which you walk through and get to your perfect journey. The journey on which you would like to go and find out somewhere you reach finally. So that's exactly what these dreams are known as. Okay. Now, chasing dreams is another topic which is giving you a concept of following your mission of life. It gives what are dreams? Dreams give you a path, a journey to follow. So these are your missions. Why are you here? Why are you alive? Why have Allah the Almighty given you this life? Definitely, you need to utilize yourself. You are definitely going to do something in your life. What it is, it's up to you. What do you make out of yourself? What do you make out of your energy, your potential? How do you recognize your value? How do you make yourself valuable? And how do you tell everyone that you are recognizable? What your importance is? That's exactly what dreams do. Okay, they serve you a purpose to uh, follow your dreams. Now, Jamil entered the courtyard in front of the shabby mud house, walked lazily, and collapsed on the charpai in the middle of the yard under the cool moonlit sky. Looking at Jamil, his father kept his cup of tea on the table and dragged his charpai close to him and asked, "What's the matter, son? You seem upset." So here you can see a character has been introduced, a main character of the chapter, which is Jamil. Now Jamil is one of those person who is entering his house, and you can see that where is he entering. The layout of the background of the story has been laid out, which is that Jamil is living in a village kind of thing, because charpai, mud, shabby house, these are giving you a village life view. And he has his father, and his father is concerned that why his son is upset. Moving on to the next page, we have page number 51. No, father, everything is fine. You don't seem okay. Let's have dinner and then we will talk about it. Jamil's mother and Aunt Sadori, an old family friend, came out of the kitchen with a tray of food and a jug full of water. His sister Sarah and brother Khalid picked the table and brought it close to their charpie. Everybody sat around the table and started eating. Jamil did not move. His father asked him to get up and have dinner. Reluctantly, he got up and started eating. Everybody noticed that Jamil was upset. They cast sidelong looks at him while eating but did not say everything. So the thing is that the father recognized his son was not feeling well, and he also understood that they need to have to talk during or after dinner. Okay, and Jamil's mother and Aunt Saduri, she was a close friend. So you name your close friends as aunties and behave like that they are Khala and you know or something like that. You name them like that. Okay, you give them these kind of relative names. Uh, and they just set out the table. They had their dinner and everyone was looking at Jamil and could not understand why he was upset. Yet they were just giving him time so that he can process everything and tell them that what's wrong. As soon as they had finished eating and the dishes had been taken away to the kitchen, his mother asked, "Has your result been announced, Jamil? What grade did you get?" Now you can see over here that mother finally she speaks up that whether the result has been announced. Now we have an idea that why Jamil could be upset. Definitely, when results appear, either you're happy or you're sad. You're happy because you get good grades. You're sad because you don't get good grades. Or you could be sad that you did not receive your good grades just the way you expected them. Then, in a sad tone, he informed everyone that he had achieved a good grade. Okay, so he just explained that he had received a good grade. Now, the reason for this sadness must be known. So, why are you sad? Has Sarah passed? Asked his father. Yes, in fact, Sarah has got more marks than me. So, you can see that his sister, who was also in the same grade, had also received good grades. Then, why didn't you tell me before? I was so worried, Sarah complained. Sorry, Sarah, I was preoccupied with my own thoughts about the future. You see, you don't have to worry about your career the same way that I do. What do you mean? Khalid interrupted. She's a girl. She doesn't have to worry about supporting her family. Only men have to worry about earning for the families. Jamil commented. Now you can see the conversation goes on with the, the thought of future. When you think about your future, you usually get preoccupied with all the possibilities what you're going to do in the future just in order to support your family. Since males are the ones who are supporting their families, so people consider them very important. And so does Jamil thinks that he needs to think about his future, while Sarah does not has to do it. Why? Because Sarah is a girl. But if I tell you something, both of the individuals, male and female, have the same responsibility nowadays. You need to know everything about the world out there just in order to support yourself or your family, just in order to survive out there. What if something happens? Some situations occur in which you cannot cope up. How are you going to do it? You need to be capable of supporting yourself. She's a girl. Okay, I just repeated, come on, Jamil, we don't get education only for earning money. We do it for improving ourselves, and both males and females needed equally. Our Prophet ﷺ has said that seeking knowledge is obligatory for every male and female. Khalid explained. Jamil felt ashamed. Yes, you are right. I agree with you. Now, the thing is that Khalid explained that it's not necessarily the point of supporting a family, but in fact, we need to have education just in order to be a better person. Definitely, if you're learning something, you're understanding something, how to be around your, well, you could say the environment in which you get more adjustable and flexible just in order to get settled in that environment. Okay. Now, the thing is that Jamil feels ashamed. He gives a reaction out of that and apologizes. Then, I still don't understand why you were so worried, commented father. Father, there is no college in our village or any other village around us. The only college where I can go is 50 miles away in the city. It seems impossible that I can continue my studies, although I had dreamed that I would become a doctor and open a hospital there for the villagers as they cannot afford to go to the city hospital. Remember how Uncle Servant died last year only because he could not be taken to the hospital on time, Jamil said. Now you can see that this is a very big problem in the village life. When you are in a rural life, there are less facilities for everything. However, they are close to the nature, but you do not get your basic necessities fulfilled over there. People cannot get complete treatment related to their um, illness, and they cannot achieve good education. So that's what is happening right now over here. Now, the thing is that if we move on, I'll move on a bit quicker than before. His mother quoted a Cindy couplet, which meant where there's a will, there's a way. Distances are to be covered, she then said. We can ask Allah to take you to the city in his horse cart. Aunt Sadori, who had been listening to the whole conversation, said, I have a suggestion. You people have done so much for me. I think now it's my turn to return the favor. Jamil and Sarah can easily come and live with me in the city and study in the college. Now here you can see that what is happening. Right now, Jamil just mentioned that he Jamil just mentioned that he will be having issues related to going to the college, and it's a bit far away. So she said that if you find the will in yourself, then Allah will find a way for you. Then she just mentioned a suggestion that Allah Bachayo. Allah Bachayo is basically a person. This is the name of a person. And since we are talking about a Sindhi village life, so you can understand how these names are connected. Okay. Then Aunt Sadori mentioned her, well, you could say help, assistance in it, that Sarah and Jamil can study in the city with her. Okay. Really? Can I really go and study in the city? Sarah exclaimed. Jamil can go, but Sarah should stay here and help her mother, said father. Now, father just said that Sarah must stay over here and they need to just uh, divide themselves like that. She could help her mother and Jamil could go and study. All right.